Two firefighters clock into the same station every morning. Same pay, same schedule, same uniform. One of them spends his days off flipping houses. The other spends his off days studying stocks. Neither one ever quit the fire department. And that decision is exactly why they both retired wealthy while everyone around them stayed stuck. Today we're breaking down the real reason the rich don't quit their jobs early, and why that steady paycheck might be the most useful tool you're ignoring. Here's the myth. People think getting rich means dramatically walking out of your job, burning the boat, betting everything on the dream. That's not what actually happens. That's a movie version of wealth, not the real one. The real strategy is quieter. Keep the paycheck. Build something on the side. Let the steady income remove the desperation while you learn a completely different game. Marcus used to believe the only way out was quitting cold. Then a coworker handed him a worn paperback called Your Wish is Your Command, and one idea, and it stopped him. Wealth isn't a leap. It's a foundation you build while still standing on solid ground. Here's why the paycheck matters more than people admit. Since 1943, the government has collected taxes before you ever touch your income. Earn, pay taxes, spend what's left. That's the sequence for every employee in America. Work harder, earn more, hand over more, and the ceiling keeps dropping no matter how many hours you add. Business owners run the opposite sequence. Earn, spend what's legitimate for the business, then pay taxes on what's left. Same government, same tax code, completely different order of operations. That's not a loophole. That's the system rewarding the people who build things instead of just showing up. This is exactly why quitting too early can backfire. Without income, you're forced into decisions out of fear instead of strategy. Desperation makes people rush the process. A paycheck buys you patience, and patience is the one asset that compounds faster than money. Think about the firefighter who bought his first rental house. One property barely moved the needle, then a second house, then a third. Eventually, he had 45 of them, bringing in more every month than his firefighter salary ever did. He never needed to quit to make that math work. The fire department paid his bills while the houses quietly built his future. His coworker did the same thing with a different tool. Small positions in companies he actually understood, held for years, not days. No dramatic exit needed there either. Just a steady job on one side and a portfolio compounding on the other, both moving forward at the same time. That's the real formula, and it comes straight from Monopoly. One greenhouse generates a little cash flow. A few more houses generate more. Eventually, you trade 4 greenhouses for a red hotel, and the income multiplies. Small, deliberate steps, stacked over years, until the side project starts carrying more weight than the job ever did. Marcus didn't quit his job either. He just stopped treating his paycheck like the finish line and started treating it like fuel. Nights and weekends went toward learning something the classroom never taught him: how money actually moves once you understand where it's really coming from. The obstacle was never really the tax code or the business plan. Those are learnable. The real obstacle is identity. Spend enough years inside a steady paycheck and security becomes the lens for every decision. Risk starts to feel reckless. Everyone around you says the same things. Isn't that risky? Shouldn't you just focus on your career? It sounds like wisdom, but it's really just the only language they've ever spoken. The people who build real wealth don't silence that voice by quitting dramatically. They quiet it by building proof, one small win at a time, while the job still pays the bills. Picture someone standing on one leg. Constant effort just to stay upright. One bad month, and they're scrambling. Now picture someone standing on 2 legs, steady, able to absorb a hit, and keep moving forward without panic. That's the entire difference between staying in one lane and building on the side while you still can. So ask yourself what you're doing with your evenings right now. Watching something forgettable, or quietly building the second leg that eventually carries more than the first one ever did. Marcus still keeps that paperback on his shelf, the one that reframed the whole plan for him. If you want the same shift, the link's below. And if you're ready to stop waiting for permission to build something on the side, hit subscribe. We don't do overnight leaps here. We do the quiet math that actually works.